He said, those dogs run, he says, several $100.
Look at you, you're a little diva dog. You a little diva dog? Yeah. You need a
This
little
is handmade
crown.
by a friend of mine.
You want a crown for your
And there's
diva?
only one of them. Just these are one-ofs. They'll never be two alike. I get that for you.
Dad made a lot of these that were wooden.
You're so silly. You so silly. Who's such a silly dog? Who's such a silly dog? Look at you. You're so silly.
Off and on, not real jewelry, not the good stuff.
You're so silly. You're so silly. Yes, you are so silly. Yes, you are so silly. That's a silly dog. Yeah.
So where is it that you've not been that you want to go see?
When, today?
Like when you get back.
When I get back, I'm going to spend probably about a couple of months right out at the house. The first thing we're going to do after we get back, I'm going to go out and see what it is. I got to sign all the papers. The state's been after me too, and I said we'll be back sometime next week. I said we're leaving tomorrow, and so I've got to sign papers for the fire department, for the state, and everything. And I want to go out to this thing and see what we've got. Now, my girlfriend, I call her my little sister, because she doesn't have a sister. And she said, I'd like to be your little sister. And I said, there's no reason why you can't. As long as you don't have a sister, I said, I'll be your sister. So she called me her older sister. I'm only 2 years older than her. No, 12 years older than her. And so she called me up, hey, sis. They told me you need a metal detector. And I said, well, yeah, I figured on buying one. Don't you dare buy one. She says, I've got one up here that you can use. She says, brand new. And she says, I'm dying to find out how it works.
Good.
And she says, it's a good one. Then she turns around, she says, and don't you dare do anything about sewing. She says, I'm making you up a whole sewing kit because I've got a brand new sewing machine here and I want to get rid of my old one. I haven't got room for it.
Nice.
And then when she found out, she paid $100 for an old Singer treadle. And I called up and I had tears in my eyes and I said, oh, you know what else we lost? And she says, yep. And she says, thank God I don't have to worry about it. And I says, you really know what you lost? And she says, yeah, my sewing machine. She says, he was having a fit to think you were going to bring it up. Did you see the explosion at Yellowstone?
No.
No.
You didn't? It's on the news. It's on your phone on your.
Okay.
Just go yellow.
I know they were talking about it, and
it was big. It was higher than the other one goes, and it threw rocks like that. And of course, when it did, it showered down. And when it started to blow, some guy hollered, "Run for your life! Get the hell out of here! Come on, move it!" And everybody's running up the boardwalk, getting out of the way. Well, we was on that boardwalk. The boardwalk goes down this way, out this way, and back around on an angle, and then it goes out. Well, that's where the little girl was running. This was first time we were there. It's about 1985, 86, somewhere around there. And she didn't know it turned and went right over the edge and fell in. Well, her father reached down to get her, and of course his arms were all skin just fell out. But she was gone before he even got there. So they took him to the hospital. And since then, they have a fence, or they had a big fence there. But that whole section is gone. The rocks came down so hard, and the acid and everything, the whole thing is gone. So they broke right off and sunk right into the thing. So.
no, I figured it was only a matter of time. I mean, how many times is it going to blow?
Well, like it said, this was not an earthquake, because there was no earthquake activities. It was just a thermal blow.
Right.
That the thing got so heated. But the old one, the old guys, what?
Stay right here.
Hey,
No, right here.
Back here. Right here.
they're not yours.
So miserable bastard, that little dog. Bites like hell. He don't care what dog it is, he just bites. Don't you dare touch that. The old geyser, we was there, and it's pretty regular.
You ready to play the
But on the
weekend?
other
You ready
end
to play
of the
weekend?
park is another one that's coming up. It's not as high as the old geyser, but it comes up pretty good. And it's not as time worthy as the old geyser. The old
Right.
geyser is 35 to 45 minutes, usually. But this one here over there might be an hour or two. If you're there and it hasn't exploded, say in 30, 40 minutes, then it's best to wait around because it'll probably go. So I said to Maria, ask him how far from this one was the other one. There's only 2 miles between them. There's only 2 miles between that one and the old geyser. So that don't sound good. That sounds like there's gonna be a ring there.
Could very well be.
I know. Okay.
So
Why it's blowing off steam.
oh yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, she
I hear somebody wanted you, huh?
guys are there.
Somebody wanted you. My mommy
When
said
we
no.
were there,
No, you're too
you
pretty.
could see all these. Oh, they're about that big.
You're too pretty.
Bubbles coming up all over the place. And the guy said, "Don't lean over the railing when they'll spatter because they come up and they will spatter and they'll spatter up about like that,
You're so cute.
like that."
You're so cute.
So
You're
we
so
weren't
cute.
leaning over, but the smell was
Yes, you
atrocious.
You are so
Sometimes the
cute.
sulfur was so bad.
Yes, you are so cute. Yes, you
But
are.
we never did find the blue lagoon type thing. It's a huge, as big as this room. Blue, not a geyser, but like a pond, but it's a solid blue, dark blue. We never did find that one, and we've been there twice. So I told Maria, I said, when next time we go in, I'm going to ask the guy, okay, where is this one?
Right.
I want to go see it. I've been here twice and I haven't seen it yet. But they have 2 roads that go around it.
I know.
They have
I
what we
like
call
you
the low road and then the upper road.
I like
And each road is a different section, so you get to see a little more. But Yellowstone, you got all the animals. I mean, on the upper road, you might be driving along, of course you're in the woods like this, and all of a sudden, you got to stop. A whole row of elk are going by. And you can't move, you can't supposed to move, edge your vehicle up or anything. Now we was there the first time, and the buffalo was getting ready to go across the road. Well, the big bull, he gets right, there was a truck, and there was a mother and 2 or 3 little ones going by. He kept inching his truck, That bull got right up in front of him, put his horns right next to his grill, and dared him to go any further. And he stayed there until that herd went by. All 300 and some odd, with all of the babies. Then, after the last baby went by, he's sitting right there, and the guy's waiting, tooting his horn and everything else, and the bull sat right down with his head up against his grill, daring him to move. Finally, the game warden came down and
Moved him.
moved him, he batted him on the ass. But you'll be surprised how many people got out of their goddamn car and walk up to the buffalo like that, take a picture. Now one did 2 weeks ago, and the damn thing horned her and actually sent her flying. So
What are you doing?